Hello guys, welcome back to Sim Build UK. It's Ian here. I just had this turn up today. This is the pedestal frame kit from GLB products. We'll just have a quick look at their website here. So this is what I've ordered. I ordered it about 10 days ago. So I mean, it says it can be shipped in 21 days, so I guess 10 days is pretty good. Let's just have a quick look what it says down here. Features 1:1 scale, Boeing 737NG, based on the new gen colours, durable powder coating, access for cables and leads, compatible with all replica and real pedestal panels, and includes pedestal kit half price, which is this bit here. With the handle and the mic plug and whatever, a few decals. What does it say here? This pedestal and half price kit is excellent value for money, and without doubt you will not be disappointed with the product quality. Well, we'll see about that, Mr. GLB. So that's what it says about it on the website. Price is $179.99 plus delivery. So we'll have a look at it now. So I haven't even opened it yet. It literally turned up about a quarter of an hour ago. I had a cup of coffee and sat and looked at the box for a little while, and got my cameras ready, and it's now time to get it open up. It's really light. Quite surprising how light the box is. The reason I ordered this, I was sort of planning on building the pedestal frame, but I've got so far behind on my woodwork. I've still got the windows, the sills, the sidewalls to finish off. So I thought for 179 quid, just get this, and then I can start progressing with the sim on days when the weather's not great. Quite a puzzle on how to get into this box at the minute. Okay, I think it's going to be easier just to get everything out, and this is the decal kit and the fuses and the dummy connector. Well, it's actually a real connector, but obviously it'll be a dummy. Here's the top trim part. I think what I'll do is just get it out, and then we'll have a look at everything, so I can get rid of this big box. So everything's nicely wrapped up in bubble wrap. All the individual parts are wrapped. Gets everything out of the box. Yeah, good packaging. Well done, GLB. It's very white. I always thought the 737 was more of an off-white, but this is bright white. I'm just looking at my painting on my sim. Quite a different colour. So the site reckons it's about 20 minutes to put it together. So we will find that out in a little while. Here's the fire panel. The fire box, shall we say. I think that's it for that. They look like the centre rails. One of them is bent. Don't know how much you can see that. The other three seem fine, just that one has got if you can see it next to the straight one, there's a bit of a bend in it. It shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's try and lay all the parts out here. So what we've got in this one, we've got just all the bolts and nuts to put the panel together. Some instructions on the back there. I don't know what this is. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I actually ordered the yoke decals as well. I think they were £5. I didn't really want that one. It was mainly okay, so he sent me the wrong decals. Right, well I didn't order that at all, so I don't know why he sent me that. I'll show you on the computer what he actually ordered. Let's just pop back. Oh, hang on. I shut the page down, didn't I? Right, let's try and find the bit I actually ordered. It was just the that's what they sent me, the Boeing 737 yoke clipboard decal. And what I actually ordered was this Boeing 737 yoke decals. So this is the part I wanted, and they sent me the wrong bit. So I shall be getting back in touch with GLB about that, because I don't want that at all. I mean, it looks okay, but I'll see if I can send that back to him and get the proper part. So, first impressions, yeah, seems okay. Quite thin and flexible, but I would imagine that once it's all together it will be quite strong. I hope it will be. So that's that bit. These are the, I assume, the side bits maybe, and the fire panel bit is in here. So yeah, again, all made out of the thin metal, quite flexible. But we'll see what it's like once it's bolted together. So I'm now going to go and just bolt this together, and we'll come back and have another look at it once I've done that. Okay guys, so it's been about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It's together, everything is tight. Those top rails are an absolute pain to get in. Those 4 grey rails. Didn't help that you can see how bent one of them is, which doesn't help. But the biggest issue I had was the ends. You can see where them 2 white screws are, how it's distorted the metal there. Same with that one there. If I try and give you a top down view, you can see it's pulled the metal. And the biggest issue for me was getting those nuts in there to get them on. They were a pain, a real pain. I did think that perhaps the grey hook of the metal should hook over the back here, but if you do that there's no chance of the holes lining up. So I did look on the GLB website to confirm that they do go inside, like I've got them here. But again, look, you can see distortion of the metal along the back there because it's just so thin. And look, and this side there's a gap where the metal, the grey panel here is bowing outwards. Can't pull that in. So yeah, it's okay for the money, I guess, would be my honest opinion. I mean, I don't want to put any company down, but I'm just giving my honest opinion. You can choose to listen to it or not. I think I'm going to have to do a fair bit of sorting out myself to try and get it looking a bit better. I don't know quite how it's how it is with the real one, but on this end you've got the curved edge, which is, yeah, correct, but then inside it's a square, and you can see the curved edge is just on the end panels. I mean, that's probably just a minor gripe really, because when it's on the floor you'd never know. But I haven't. The instructions are pretty basic. Just kind of gives you that sort of view, but it's fairly easy to work out once you start putting it together. It's just those few minor things really, the bending of the metal and the distorting when you pull everything tight. But I'll say for 179 quid, price of wood at the moment to make it yourself, it's probably going to be pushing 50 quid, I reckon. Be interesting. I haven't even tried fitting a panel in there yet. Let's have some fun and do it live, shall we? Let's try and fit the fire panel in there. Hopefully it's going to fit. So yeah, this is the cockpit sim parts fire panel, and it does indeed fit in there quite nicely. The holes don't line up. You might be able to just get on that bottom hole maybe. Yeah, just about. But then we're left with a massive gap there. I don't like these screws here sticking through like that, and it just looks awful with the distorted metal now. Might have to get the old panel hammers out and straighten that out. I don't know why it's distorting like that, because this end is pulled inwards and that end is pulled inwards, so it's not as if this end was pulled in that way and this one was pulled out that way, I could understand it, because the whole thing is distorted. But when they're both pulled in, it's like the rails are just slightly too short. Just try what else have we got? I've got a radio panel there. Let's try that and see if that fits in there. Yeah, it does. Not going to be a lot. So this is the cockpit sim parts nav panel, sorry. And you can see there is a bit of movement there, but it could be down to these rails. Definitely needs to do a bit of sorting out on these rails. I think these rails are causing most of the problems. Have we got any other panels here? What's this one? Mic selector panel. Yeah, it's going to be the same there. Look, it's going to be a bit of movement. Oops. Definitely didn't want to do that. I think what might be best is to fit the three of the panels side by side and see what gap we end up with in the middle. Let's grab another panel. Right, so all these panels are standard sizes, width-wise. So if we plonk that in the middle, so yeah, it looks like we are going to have, that's tight up against that side, that's tight up against that side, and then we've got that much gap between the three panels, so it looks like we're going to have to sort of have them spaced out like that. But what I am noticing is if the mic selector is pushed up against that side, these screws are going to miss the rail. Same with the nav panel that you can see. I'm only catching half the rail there, so that's going to have to move away from that side. Yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. I think I'll probably have to come back to you on the review of this, because I need to do a lot of messing about and fiddling to try and get these to all line up. I mean, it's those rails that are causing the issue. It might be that I can split the rails apart slightly, but then I don't want a gap down the middle, because the backlighting is going to bleed through it and you're going to get light coming up between the panels. It's just, I've got rubbish everywhere here, guys, I'm sorry. Let's just go and plonk it in the sim and just see what that looks like in there. I have to move 10 things out of the way before I can do one thing. I'll put the camera down, I'll lift this in place, then I'll pop back. Okay, there it is in the sim. Yeah, I'm still sticking with my theory of it's very white compared to what I thought was the right colour for the sidewalls. It doesn't look too bad on camera, but it's definitely a lot different to the naked eye. But, you know, I'm not going to try and repaint it or anything. It's going to be dark most of the time in the sim because I'm using projectors, so the room has to be fairly dark. I can already see that it's kind of a thought I had anyway, but my throttles are too high, they need to be lowered. I don't know how well I can show this on camera, just looking at the picture of the rear one, you can see that the top of the fire panel comes just below the sort of round of the throttles, and the trim wheel is just a little bit higher than the FMC, or bottom of the FMC. And if we look at mine, you can see that it's way too high, and this part of the fire panel should be around there, so it looks like we've got to drop the throttles by 2 inches, which would then bring the trim wheel in the right place. So that's not an issue. I can run the bottom of the throttles through the table saw and just cut 2 inches off the bottom all the way around, and that will drop that down to the right height. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of a theory I had anyway, but I wanted to get the pedestal in to make sure that we don't drop the throttles too far and have a collision with the cut off handles against the pedestal. But yeah, like I say, few little issues to sort out, but I think I can make it work, and by the time I finish with it, it should look fairly reasonable. It's given me something to get on with that involves working in here and not outside, because all the work I've got to do at the minute, like finishing off the yokes, sanding them down, painting them, it's all got to be done outside. This has all got to be painted outside. There's the window frames and the sills have all got to be done outside. So rainy days, cold days, whatever. At least I've got something to be getting on with now. I can start fitting my panels into the pedestal and start getting them wired up. And having the pedestal is going to allow me to have a fully working FMC, because I've got to run the backlighting for the FMC into the dimmer that sits, I think it's here, and the parking brake light of my throttles will also wire into an LED breakout board that's going to be in here, so it should allow me to have everything working. So I'll leave this video here because I've strayed away from the actual product itself, and I'll leave you with my final thoughts, which I guess all I can say is it's okay for the money. Would I buy it again? No. I think I'd rather make it myself. That way I can have the colour I want. It would be a lot more sturdy because it would be made out of thicker material. I could have made it the exact size of the panels I have. I'm not saying that the GLB one is not the right size. Could be the Cockpit Simparts panels are slightly smaller. I'm not going to go into slating, you know, companies against companies here. I don't care which one's in the wrong. I just think that had I built it myself, I could have built it to what I've got, and it would have been a better fit. So cheers for watching, guys. I'll leave you there, and I shall see you again soon. Just remembered I forgot about the extra bits. I haven't fitted them yet. I will put them on, but at the moment just feel a bit meh about the whole thing. I will say I'm not having the best day with my ME, so that's probably a little bit to do with how I'm feeling at the moment. Perhaps I'll sleep on it and hit it again tomorrow, but at the moment I just feel a bit like that. I think that's all I can say. Hello everyone, so I've just watched back the video I just filmed of the GLB pedestal, and I could sort of hear the disappointment in my own voice. I didn't mean it to sound like that. I am slightly disappointed with the quality. You know, you're spending 170 quid, you shouldn't have to be sorting out the issues that I've got to fix there. But it's 170 quid, so I mean, you can't expect too much for your money. I mean, if you compare this product with the prices of, you know, people like Flight Illusion, you know, Open Cockpits, you're talking a different league. So yeah, I suppose for 179 quid, in the whole, or on the whole, it looks okay. It looks good. I'm pretty confident I can sort out the issues that I'm having. I mentioned that they sent the wrong decals. I have got in contact with Jeremy. Can't fault at all his customer service. He's sending out the correct item today, and he's told me to just keep this one as a gift. I can't see me using it, but it's there. I've only got one, so obviously I need two, so I'll probably end up making my own for the yokes, but that's a different story. So I'll just take you over look here. So there, it's in place. I did have another look at the mounting kit you get. Now these are actually proper fuses. Obviously I won't be wiring them up, but they do look good. And then there's the decal kit. If I can try and show this. Can you see all those lines, horizontal lines across the print? So yeah, print quality not great. But yeah, there are any decals and they're going to go on the end here somewhere. And then we've got some fuses. I think this looks like a handle, but I think it's actually a guard for these fuses. And then we've got some sort of, I assume that's the interphone connection or something. And then we've got a jack, I assume for a mic, and then 3 more fuses. No instructions, so I haven't got a clue where they're supposed to go. I'll have to do my own research on that. But yeah, just a little graphic just to show where they go, and the relevant measurements in from the edge would have been handy, but another little niggle that I've got to sort out for myself. Shouldn't be too hard to find. So yeah, sorry to sound a bit downbeat, but it's a fair reflection on how I'm feeling right now with regards to this product. But like I said, a few little modifications, and I think I can make it work and hopefully be happy with it. So I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. Perhaps if you've got this product, let me know what you thought of it in the description. Be interested to hear what other people think of it. You know, this is just my honest opinion on it. But yeah, be interesting to hear what other people's thoughts are, and if you had the same problems as me, how you got around them. But thanks for watching, and I shall see you all again soon. Okay, so I've decided that I want to get this video out today, so I'm going to push on and get the extra bits fitted. I've had a look round on the internet, and there seems like there's no set way of having these. Every picture I look at is slightly different. Some of them have got the handle and the fuses going horizontally across here. I'm really not sure what this is, whether it's a handle or a guard or yeah, but most of the pictures I can find, the fuses and the handle go vertically, something like that. Spacing wise, I've worked it out based on the decal. This is the decal that's going to go next to the fuses. So I've spaced them at 37mm centres to drill the holes vertically, and then that should work out right for the decal. I've come in 60mm from the edge of the pedestal from a vertical line, and then like I said, 37mm centres, and these fuses are a 12mm hole if I remember correctly. Yeah, 11.6, so we'll drill a 12mm hole and get them put in there, and then we'll worry about the handle or the guard, which has got to go to the right of the fuses, and the decal goes to the left. And then over here somewhere is this decal, which is for the what is it for? Well, it's for the, I don't know if that's the cabin announcement radio, I'm not sure. So that will be this one goes in that hole, and then we've just got the dummy mic which will go above it somewhere there. So that's kind of my thinking behind that. Let's grab a 12mm drill bit. It's quite hard doing these videos when you don't know what you're doing yourself. So you're normally when I do like my build videos, because the same panel is repeated a few times, I get to make one myself to figure out how I do it and then make one on video using that method because I know it works. But with this, you only get one chance. So I've got a step drill bit here. First, second, third, fourth hole is the 12. Hopefully I haven't got to punch the holes, we'll find out in a minute. I'm hoping that the masking tape is going to stop it dancing about. We'll just check we're not going to hit anything on the inside. No, we're all good. Shouldn't be too hard to drill through, it's very thin. I do want a hammer. Oops. So I went through 2 times, so that's 8, we've got to go through 2 more. Because we're working with metal, I'll just grab a file. Okay, so there's no sharp metal sticking up there. We'll just check the inside because that's the side we push through. Yeah, we've got lots of metal sticking out there. Just use one of these perma-grit sanding blocks. There we go, it's nice and smooth. So now we should be able to pop the fuses in there. do them finger tight for now, and then we'll tighten them up in a bit. Oops. I think if I had built this myself, I don't know if I'd have bothered with all these, but that's what we've got them anyway. Last one. So something like that. Now we've got the guard or handle, whatever it is. The reason I don't really know what it is. I mean, alright, if it's a guard, according to the picture it goes something like that. I don't see why you would need a handle on the pedestal. No idea. So I think we'll go with, let's move it a bit closer. Yeah, I think something like that looks pretty reasonable. So let's grab a measurement of how far in from the edge that is. Checking you can still see, yeah. So we're looking at about 40mm in from the edge for the centre of the holes. Grab a bit of masking tape. So it'll come in 40mm. What I'll do is I'll put my ruler on 100 on the edge and then mark 140. And the same down here. And 40. Straight line. Now we need the spacing for the vertical of the holes, so we're looking at what we've got here, 129 centres for the screws. Yep, 129. So I'm just going to visually mark the top hole and then we'll just measure 129 from that. So I want to get the handle centred to the fuses. Somewhere about there. So there's my top hole. I will just double check that was 129 and not 139. Yeah, 129 from the centre of that hole. So again, I'll put it on the 100. It's just easier. And then mark 129. Looks good to me. Right, so just small screws to hold this on. So we're looking at a 3.5mm screw. So probably we'll go with a 4mm hole. I'll tell you what, we'll try 3.5 first. Oh yeah, 3.5mm is fine. Let's take the tape off now. Spit on it a little bit. Lovely. I can feel some sharp bits on the inside, so if I can just get my block in here again. Can't get that in there. Let's go with this little sanding block. That's it, just to take the burrs off. I won't do it up tight until we've got both screws in place. Oh, there we go, that's that bit done. Just the decal to go on now. Which will go somewhere there. Let's just give the panel a bit quick clean with some alcohol before we stick the decal on. To get rid of any oils or anything that's going to stop the decal from staying stuck. Get rid of all the fingerprints as well. I don't even think they're individual decals, I think it's a sheet. I can feel a ridge though, but I can't seem to peel off. Oh, yeah, they are individual stickers. Just really firmly stuck to the backing. It's in trouble when you don't have any nails. Let's get a knife in here. God, they're really hard to peel off. Wow. Always worried about them curling up and sticking to themselves. I'm just going to do this by eye. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me, so I shall commit. Pushing from the middle out to get all the air pushed out. There we go. So that's that side of the kit done. We've now got the interphone. No, the interphone is the jack. So that one there. These two look like they're in line vertically, and the bottom one looks like it's roughly about here. So I'm going to say about there. Where is it in relation to the curve? It's just slightly inside, so somewhere about there, I reckon. And what we'll do is the top one is roughly about, it's above the fuses, and I'm going to go about there. Right, so let's get a measurement in from the edge. Like I said, these two are in line vertically, so we'll find roughly where we want our centre point. I'm going to go with 110 in from the edge. I'll go 120 and I'll mark 10 on the ruler. So again, 120, mark 10. looking at that. Let's see what we've got to get above it. We've got to get pass address sticker has got to go above this black one, and then the interphone one is going to go at the top. So I think we'll put this one towards the bottom edge of that, and then we've got the pass address sticker and the jack. Yeah, we'll go about there. That should be good. Right, now it's time to get our hole sizes. So the jack one is coming in at 8.75, so we'll go a 9mm hole for that. Should we do it in one? Yeah, let's do it in one. 9mm drill. And this is for the jack, which is the top one. Holy cow, look at the size of the hole on that one. $21mm. It's 21.6 actually. I don't know if I've got a big enough drill bit. What does this go up to? Oh, yeah, we're right, we go up to 24 on this. So, yeah, looking at the 22mm hole, one before the end. That's a big hole. So no burrs on the outside, just the inside. Oh yeah, big burr on that one. Let's get my permagrip block again. These are really good, by the way. All it is, it's a tungsten carbide sanding block. So you've got a really rough side one side and a smoother side the other, but they never need changing. I've had this same one for about 10 years now. They are expensive. I think this is about 28 quid or something. And then they do a bigger one as well. Very good. And they never clog up. And even if they do, just get a bit of a wire brush and brush over it and it's back to new again. Okay, so that's that deburred. Just knock all the filings out of the inside. Let's fit the jack first. And above that is the decal that says interphone. It's taking the paper back in with it. Oh my god, what a mess. You can see the sticker has come off, but it's still got half the paper backing attached to it. I'll try and pick that off. Or at least get it started so I can get hold of it. Might just have to jump across to the bench to do this. Well, that was bloody awful. Trying to pick all the paper off the back of the sticker. I don't know what's happened there, why it's not peeling off cleanly. Just hope the other stickers aren't as bad as that one. This one came off okay, the first one, but this one was a nightmare. And there isn't much stick left to it now because I had to hold it while I was trying to pick the paper off. Yeah, it's not sticky anymore, guys. I think this one's knackered. Well, it's on there, but I don't know how long it's going to stay on. You can see what a mess it made of the... it's actually peeled off the shiny layer where it's supposed to peel off from, and it's taken like a paper bit with it. And it looks like this one is starting to do the same. Let's try and avoid this one doing the same if we can. I don't want to go through that again. I've never had a decal so hard to pull off its backing before. So just the very corner has got a bit of paper on it on this one.
And when you pick it off, it just comes off in tiny little bits. I know you can't see what I'm doing, I'm back at the desk at the minute. Okay, there it is. Got to try and line this up with the hole the best I can. What I should have done was stuck this on first and then drilled through. Talk about making it difficult for yourself. How can I do this? Guess it's too late to be worrying about that. Just got to try and line it up. I keep pressing it to try and see where the edge of my hole is. I think that's pretty good there. Yeah, we'll go with that. Right, now we just put the knife in and cut round our hole. Yeah, I can definitely recommend putting the sticker on first and then drilling your 22mm hole or whatever it was afterwards. It'll save the hassle that I just had. But it looks like we've got it fairly well centred. So two little holes in there now just for the bolts that I've just took off. Let's get a size for them. I think they're 2mm. 3mm. So that's nice and straight. Let's drill through the holes. does seem like a lot of work just to have it as all for show, but so we've got one more decal to go on, which is pass address. Let's see how this one comes off the paper. No, that's taking the paper back in with it as well. No, we got away with that one. It did just start to peel the paper at the very end, but it stayed where it should. And this one just goes above there. Okay, so there it is, all done. This sticker is going to be an issue. I think that's going to come off, but I'll should be able to just make one on my plotter. But again, only a minor thing, but it does cause problems. Let's see how it looks when we put it in the in place. Yeah, I quite like it. It's adds a little bit of detail on the end of the pedestal. It does look good, I must say. Just remembered I haven't tightened up them fuses yet. I need to do that with a spanner. They're only finger tight at the minute. I wonder actually if I can use one of them. What I bought for out here is this set of little walkie-talkie or CB radios. There's a set of 4 in the pack, so that when I'm out here and I'm in the sim and the missus needs to get hold of me indoors, she can just radio me. More for the fact that if I'm flying online, obviously I've got a daughter, so if she needs to get hold of me for something to do with the daughter, she can just, rather than bring the daughter out to come and get me, she can just radio me when I'm in the sim and I can go indoors. So it would be nice if I could perhaps try and somehow utilise one of them jacks. I don't know. That's getting a bit geeky, isn't it? I don't know, see what comes of it. Well, that's it guys, that's all together, everything's done. Still obviously need to start fitting the panels and work out the other problems, but just adding that little bit on the back has sort of cheered me up a little bit. It does look good. And hopefully we can sort out the rest of the problems and start cracking on with fitting the panels and getting them wired up. I've already started doing a video on how I've built the fire panel, so that's coming out soon. This one will be going out today. I'm now going to go up and edit this and get it uploading onto YouTube, so next bit will probably be yeah, fitting the panels, getting them wired up. Okay, catch you later.